Christian millennials have finally made it to the promised land. You know, when I think of millennials, it reminds me of the Hebrews who were captives in in Egypt for 400 years, and then finally God led them out of captivity through Moses, right? And they eventually, made it to the promised land. But before that, they were in the desert. They were hungry. They were just barely getting by, They were eating manna from heaven and, you know, trying to find water as best they could and all that. And it was probably a very rough time. They didn't have much to work with. It was a different time period. It was a shift. It was a shift in lifestyle, and a lot of people just didn't know how to handle it. They thought they had it worse than their parents, but little did they know they had it better, because right around the corner was freedom. But they were so busy being distracted by the desert, the hot sun, and the I don't know, the eating manna every day, I guess. It was probably getting to them, and they were starting to complain. And many of us millennials complained, just like us millennials. We've complained. I myself have complained. Why is the economy so bad? I remember I've had really hard jobs. I've had jobs where I probably should have been able to do more with the money I made, but it was just such a hard economy, and things were just so, cost of living was like, even today, it's still all the way down to today. It's still rough, The cost of living is just a little bit senseless, and there's no rhyme or reason for a lot of it, But like I said, there's two kinds of people in this world: people who complain, or people who let God lift them up. You can't pull yourself up by the bootstraps and have any different result than somebody who complains. But what you can do is let God lift you up through humility. Let Him teach you a new way, a better way. Let Him get you out of the desert and lead you out of the desert to the promised land. And that's what brings me to my point. We millennials, there's two kinds of millennials. There's those who complained and remained, or those who let God lead and had gain, right? Gains, godly gains, baby. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We stayed positive, we believed in the Lord, and we had to be creative, right? We had faith. Faith as tiny as a mustard seed can move mountains. And I'm not the kind of guy that is all about money and all this. Believe me, I'm the kind of guy that's comfortable living humbly, but I'm not going to deny a godly principle from Scripture. If you trust in the Lord, if you're a good steward with your finances, if you don't, I'm all about not buying excess things, right? So I am about living within my means. Now, I think that's a biblical principle, living within your means. And God will multiply what you have. If you're a good steward with what you have, if you've been given a little, but you're a good steward of it, God will trust you with more, and He'll give you more. Because you're being a good steward and you're not greedy. Don't be greedy. right? Right? Don't be greedy. That's a pretty big biblical principle. So we had to be creative. This is the generation of content creation, content creators, business builders, right? Now, I am both a content creator and a business builder. I have my own window cleaning business that I run, as well as create content on this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is, just like a side gig for me. I don't make any money on it right now, but hopefully one day, a little bit money, more money from YouTube, passive income. Sure, sure, that's fine. That's fine. I don't expect nothing much, but oh shoot, and there goes my phone.